I'm like, how can I just chill? Softing.
All right, so let's get into it. We got another 6 Views interview popping off right now. Before we start this, I want all the people who are watching this to please subscribe, hit that like button, hit that share button. And with the 6 Views interview, I like to do one-on-one interviews, get really in-depth with my guest, and find out the wagwans of the wagwans. You know what I'm saying? So, with no further ado, I have a guest here who I've had the pleasure to have interactions with via doing a music video a long time ago. Unfortunately, it never came out.
I know.
My bad.
Do you still have it?
I know I have it on a hard drive somewhere. I'm going to find it.
Oh, maybe you should find it and stick it right in here.
I know.
That's hard. That's like years ago.
That was like 2016. Yeah.
Jeez.
But with that being said, from that space of time to now, you have done a lot of things, and I rate it. So with no further ado, we have Aneesa Badshaw.
Yes. Aneesa Badshaw.
Badshaw.
Guyana, me a turn up the fire, yeah. Hot gas on, this a hot gas on.
So now here's where I fucked up last time.
Yeah.
I was calling you for some reason Bradshaw.
Yeah, but I mean that's a popular last name, so like can't really blame you.
Isn't it like a football player or something like that?
I think so. I don't know. I know there's a lot of famous people with Bradshaw, like the last name.
Oh man, cool. So, how have you been?
How have I been?
Yeah. Especially now with COVID-19 and everything and the pandemic and shit.
No. Honestly speaking, I'm like thriving in this time. I take well advantage of this time. Like honestly, like just been at home. Oh my God, writing down things I want to do.
Nice.
Even within this time, you know what? Like I've been focusing more on like healthy eating. And then, you know what? Like since I've been following Dr. Sebi's like
yes, we were talking about that.
Yeah, Dr. Sebi's whole life, I learned so much from all the documentaries and so much like stuff that he's put out. I literally like learned so much. It's crazy. Where I ended up taking a course for my herbalist certificate.
Nice.
So now I also want to be, I guess, a healer or a herbalist. That's my end goal. So, right now I'm like practicing with that.
Okay.
I know it's really random, but like the time I have free, I'm at home grinding up herbs.
Yeah.
Like capping them. I just bought a capsule machine.
No, I feel that it's important to take advantage of the time that we have, especially some of it being downtime, and make yourself as productive as possible, right?
Yeah, of course. And honestly, like especially with everything going on, like this is the perfect time to be healthy.
Yes.
And I truly believe that everything that's put on this earth is meant to heal you,
Definitely.
So I'm all about natural healing.
Yes.
Sorry, doctors. I don't really believe in y'all. Y'all have a different teaching though. You know what? Doctors actually have no idea about herbs. They don't teach that in school.
Yeah, a lot of times it's and not to get too sidetracked, but it's like, they say a combination of the drug industry that works with the medical industry to try to like pump more drugs and make more money. It all comes back to money in the end of the day. Yeah,
at the end of the day.
Right. One thing I wanted to make sure that we preview with this interview, and I'm hoping that we can show the people 3 different things. Okay. What it's like to be a video vixen. Okay.
Yeah.
Your life and your culture, and transitioning from being a video vixen into what you're doing now with the artistry, your music, and stuff like that. All right.
Okay.
So you've appeared in a list, like a long ass list of music videos.
Yeah.
Okay. Like you've been casted to like mad videos, like reputable artists too, like Drake, Baka Not Nice, Riff Raff, Kanye West, or sorry, not Kanye West, Kanye West's protege, Sci Hi to Prince.
Yes, I had the Prince. And
King Crooked or
Yep.
Crooked Eye, Sean Paul, Carl Wolf, Sean Kingston, Bubba Sparks, Harvey Stripe, shout out to Ottawa, Charlie Black, Tommy Lee, Sicka Rhymes, D1, Isis, Deep John Doe, Roach Killer, and Gary Sandu, to name a few.
Yeah, I know. I have so much videos about to drop too.
Really?
You don't even know. Like, within this COVID time, I'm still doing my shit.
Hey.
I'm still shooting videos. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a video tomorrow.
Hey, I'm digging that.
And right now, I'm killing the Bollywood scene. So random. But you know, I'm like, as an Indian person, like Guyanese Indian, you know, I'm like, you know, like let me start doing Indian stuff too. You know, like I do all types of video. I started off with hip hop videos.
Yes.
You know that, like I started my whole career off of hip hop videos. You know, and then you know, I started doing dance hall videos, like appearing in dance hall videos, and then Indian videos. So like now I just freaking appear in all. You know,
and
but
we'll
it's great.
Let's get into a couple of them. So I want to go to the Drake. Actually, let's do three of them. Drake, Baka Not Nice, and Sci-Hi the Prince, and then Sean Paul. So what Drake video was it? Because like there's so many Drake videos to go through.
Okay, that's like a whole crazy story.
Please tell me it.
Okay, so I did this audition for Drake's video. It was Energy, right? Yeah.
Big tune.
So I did the video. No, hear this. I did the audition. Okay. At the audition, we were dancing. And then I got the part. Okay. I went on set. And what we were shooting was totally different. We weren't even dancing in the video.
Okay.
But in the audition, we were dancing. It was weird. And then, you know, we went on set. And then, you know, we were pretending like we were pretty much in jail. Right? I know, it was weird. And then we had to like memorize the lyrics of the song.
Okay, yeah, because there's like there's mimicking different things of him.
Yeah. But hear this. So, you know, like 12 hours on set. Tell me how they ended up scrapping the whole video and going with a whole different concept.
Wow.
A whole different concept, bro. Like, you don't even know. I was like, wow.
That's funny.
I just did an audition. I just got the part. I did everything. And then y'all scrap it? I was like, oh my God. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Wow.
You know, I was pretty over it.
So that video, that's a video that never came out then.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, wow. Like, that's when I first started out too, you know. Honestly, God has tested me so much with my career. Like, you don't even know. It's like, I've always been like this close. And then it's like, But you know, it's like, for me, I'm like, okay. It's okay. Gotta keep going. It's okay. You know, I can't get it easy anyways. Gotta keep pushing.
Yeah, and then you also appeared in a Baka Not Nice video, so I know he doesn't...
I know, thank God. You know, like after that whole Drake situation, I'm like, damn, I really want to be in an OVO video. Like, I just want to have my name on something, you know? And then, yeah, I got in touch with OVO, and then I ended up in Baka's video.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what was that like? What was that experience like? And what song was that?
That was cool. Whip. Yeah.
Big tune.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was that experience like?
It was cool. It was like a whole like party vibe. You know, everybody was just chilling, whatever.
Now, like even like before I even get to some of these other artists that I've asked you about on this list.
Yeah.
Because you've done an array of different music videos, right?
Yeah.
So you've done like some of the local artists, and even though these guys are local, they're part of the biggest team in the world, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference between like that kind of set and like a local artist with a smaller budget, let's say?
Like, what do you mean? Like, what's the difference between both of those?
Yeah, like, are you seeing like catering and all types of crazy shit, escargots at the Baka, at the Drake set, and then like, like pizza, or like no food at all at the next set?
Fuck. Honestly, like every music video usually has lots of weed, lots of alcohol, and pizza. It doesn't matter what type of set. There's always pizza on set. And I don't get it. It's like, okay, you have models. Would you feed models pizza usually? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a combination of this. I think combination of this. The model is not really thinking too much of what y'all want to eat, and like the whole set, like the lighting guys.
I mean,
and the
honestly,
camera guys.
it's easy to just order pizza. You know what I'm saying?
This is very true. All right.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
So,
but like in that sense, yeah, I don't know.
You're also in, and what else do I have on my list? Hi to Prince. For the people who don't know,
yeah,
right? And watch out for your microphone on the.
Oh, shit.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
For the people who don't know,
yeah,
Hi to Prince, like he's Kanye West's writer for a lot of his hits, right? And his own music is fire.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what was that like? And was Kanye there?
You're so funny.
I'm fast.
I know. Okay, so I didn't appear in I didn't appear in his music video, but I did do a song with him.
Interesting.
I know, but like we didn't really promote it so much. But I did consider to like redo that whole project again.
Right.
You know?
So
and
how
just,
does
like,
the song work?
Everything.
Is it like you and him on a tune together? Like
yeah, pretty much. Like I was doing like the whole intro and whatever, but like I do want to redo that whole project.
Okay.
Because I do have a publicist. He is located in Kentucky, Louisville. So like, you know, he's in touch with these people. You know, me and him are like, you know, we're mad tight.
Yeah.
He's like a celebrity publicist. So he's worked with a lot of big people. You know what? Actually, he's the one that blew up Rihanna with her whole career.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So you're in good hands.
He did the song, you know, like he put me on the project with Sci-Hi. So, you know, like, but you know, like, I just feel like we need to like redo the whole project. Just a lot of things I feel like I just want to redo.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Get it right.
Get it right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And plus, like now, God, I have so much experience. So why not just redo shit?
Yeah. With the knowledge that you have now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
And what about Shana Paul? Danier.
Oh my God. I don't even remember what video that was.
Doesn't even matter. Like, what was it like?
Oh my God. Okay, one, I was so happy. Like, you don't understand because growing up, like, you know, like I used to listen to Sean Paul. Like, I still do. But Sean Paul back then was definitely different. You know, he had more of a dancehall style back then, you know, which I love. I love him now, don't get me wrong. And he's fine as fuck. You know, so like seeing him in person, I was like, damn, like this man is aging beautifully. Like, God, like he's still fine. Like, no, for real though, he's still fine as fuck. I was like, damn, like that's what he's looking like now.
So this is like a recent video then? Or more recent, like
that was like maybe 3 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was 3 years. Yeah, maybe 3 years ago.
Nice.
I don't remember which video that was for though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's dope. That's dope. So let me see here. Toronto's top urban Indo-Guyanese fashion model. Or the top urban Indo-Guyanese fashion model. Explain the title Indo-Guyanese to me, please.
Indo-Guyanese?
Yes. And just like for the people who don't know what that is.
For the people, okay. Pretty much like Indian descent, you know, like my ancestors are Indian. That got shipped on a boat to Guyana. Right? So,
yeah.
Pretty much Indian.
Okay.
You know, some people don't like the term coolie. Right?
Yeah.
Like some people would say like, okay, I'm a coolie gal, but you know, some people might find it offensive because, you know, like I guess the term for coolie is like a baggage person, like somebody that, I don't know, like I guess kind of poor. Like,
is that what it means? I never actually knew that as a West Indian man.
Yeah.
I never knew that. Wow. Well, I know people found it offensive.
I personally don't find it like offensive. You know what I'm saying? But like some people do.
Yeah.
They're like, why would you call yourself a coolie? You know? And I'm like it is what it is. Like, whatever. But anyways, Indo-Guyanese is, I'm Indian.
Yeah. And you were born in Steel City, aka Hamilton. You moved to Sauga.
Mm-hmm.
What was Woodland Secondary School like?
Yo, that school had no windows. It was like being trapped in a jail cell.
Crazy. Were you
Man,
like
honestly,
outgoing kid in high school, shy kid?
Was I what?
Like one of the outgoing kids in school, or like one of the shy kids?
I definitely wasn't shy. Mm-hmm. I guess I would say maybe I was like the popular one, but like I don't know. I guess kind of outgoing.
Yeah.
But I always had like a bitch face, so some people would be like kind of like intimidated by me, but I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to intimidate people. Like, you know, sometimes people would tell me now, they're like, oh my God, I used to think you were so intimidating. But I'm like, I just be walking around the halls like with a bitch face, just zoning out though. That's the thing. Me in general, like I might look like a bitch, but honestly, like
I don't think so.
well, fuck, you know me. But like, you know, like some people might find me like looking mean, or they would think I'm mean, you know? Right. But it's like half of the time I'm in a different world and I'm always thinking about a million things. You know, so sometimes I'm not even focusing on what's around me. I'm in a different world. Yeah. You know, but honestly though, like I do miss school. I really do. I miss all my teachers. Some of them. You know?
And even just stay on to school for a quick second, like with Instagram and everything, and they can see like, you know, what you're doing now. Do you have some of your teachers and stuff like that see the things that you're into now, and they're like, they holler at you like, yo, I'm so proud of you. You ever get that?
Yeah. I have my counselor that, you know, I haven't talked to her in so long. I should hit her up. But like, yeah, I have my counselor that I used to talk to all the time. You know, I would update her on what I was doing, you know, and it was so funny because when I had graduated, I decided to do the Toronto Sun paper, the Sunshine Girl.
I remember seeing you in the Sun.
Yo, it was so funny because, okay, like at the ending of high school, I was working at Hooters, okay? And, you know, every day I was working at Hooters, I would look at the back of the page to see the girls. Right. And I'm like, yo, I never see Guyanese or an Indian girl in the newspaper. I'm like, you know what? When I turn 18, 19, that's the first thing I'm going to do. Nice. You know, when I get my car, you know, that's the first thing I ended up doing. Yeah. Oh my God. I posted up in lingerie. Oh my God. And, yo, everybody bought that newspaper. And at that time, my dad was alive and he had a business. He had a whole bar. Oh my God, yo. Yeah. Everybody had the newspaper and everyone's like, look your daughter. Wow. Oh my fucking God, bro. My dad came home. My mom came home. Was like, yo, what the fuck is this? I was like, oh, I thought I could hide this. But no, everybody have to go run their mouth.
Aneesa, you can't hide something that's in the Toronto Sun.
No, I know, but I didn't think that, like, you know, they're going to go show my dad or show my mom, you know? You know, and I was like, all right, fuck it. Like, I'm going to just do what makes me happy. Yeah. I was like, obviously my parents are not going to be happy about that. You know, at first they weren't happy about the whole modeling shit. Yeah. At the end of the day, I'm still an Indian gal living at home, you know? Yeah. And living in a Caribbean household. They're going to be like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
You know?
It can get strict.
You know, and like, you know, they don't look at modeling as a job. Like, go to school, take your education, and do this and do that. Have a normal life. Have a 9 to 5. Yeah. Me, I'm like, I was never into the whole 9 to 5. Yeah. You know?
Even like you were speaking with about your father, right? And condolences to him, right? Yeah. Your stepdad, right? He died in a car accident years back. Did you ever know your biological father before that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Growing up, my parents, like, you know, my stepdad and my mom would always tell me, like, okay, this is your dad. Like, you know, they would send me to him to, like, spend time, like, you know, like always be nice to him, regardless of what happened in the past, you know. Even my stepdad would always tell me to respect him regardless of what happened, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, like even like after my dad died, you know, like I eventually, like, you know, like start talking to my dad more, start visiting him more. So now we have more of a connection.
A bond, yeah.
Yeah. You know, because like I don't have much left. And at the same time, it's like, you know, going through so much is like you really realize how life is so short, you know? And for me, like I'm a very forgiving person. I don't judge nobody, you know? So, you know, I'm like, okay, this is what it is. Accept it and move on, you know? So.
And, you know, after your stepdad died, it was just you and your mom. What was that experience like at first? Just you and your mom, like.
Okay, like, so my dad died in Guyana in a car accident, right? And like, you know, my mom and dad both went on vacation and that happened. So they were separate from each other. He went with his own family, she went with her own family.
Okay.
Right? Because she actually went on a different island to go bury somebody, like one of her, I don't even remember, family member.
Right.
And all of that happened. So like, you know, me, I was busy here. I had to stay here because I was in a pageant, right? I was in the Miss West Indian pageant.
Yes.
Right? So I'm like, okay. Like when I had dropped off my parents, I'm like, yo, like I really want to come. But I'm like, you know what? Let me finish up this pageant and I'll come meet you guys in Guyana, you know? And it's so crazy because my dad just looked so distant. And I'm like, you know, I was like, oh, like that's so weird. But you know, I didn't pay too much attention to it, you know? And like, you know, all that happened. Oh my God, like it was just a whole mess, you know, that ended up happening. And, you know, I went down to Guyana and, you know, I buried my dad. And then I think I had came back to Canada by myself. And I remember her telling me that she didn't know how she was going to pay the bills. Because like, you know, life insurance came off of the house. He had taken it off before he died. So nothing was paid for. I know it sounds crazy, right?
That's crazy.
So nothing was paid for. And, you know, my mom's tripping. She's like, I don't know how we're going to do this. Me, I'm a go-getter. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm like, all right, tell me the problem. I will fix it. Yeah. You know? So I'm like, all right, bet. Yo, I put out my resume on Kijiji. I took the first job. First job was a burger restaurant. You know, I was flipping burgers and shit. Yeah. I was like, I don't even give a shit. And I even, like, when I did the interview, the man was like, don't you think you're a little too pretty to be working here? I'm like, yo, you think pretty is going to be paying the bills? Because it's not going to do that right now. You know, I'm like, yo, give me this job. Yeah. He's like, all right, see you Monday. You know? Yeah. And then I started working there and like, you know, I was paying my bills and everything. Yeah. And then I was on Instagram and this modeling agency had reached out to me. And then, you know, I started working with them. And it's so crazy because...
let me stop you right there.
Yeah.
Which modeling agency? Because I was trying to do my research and I couldn't find out which modeling agency was your first one.
Okay, so the first agency was like Enrique modeling agency, but like, yo, they fucked me over. Like, should I say all of that?
You can say whatever you want.
Fuck, what do I even say?
Like, okay, so when a modeling agency gets at you, like, they hit you up on the gram and they're like, yo, we like your pics. Like,
okay, let me start over. Okay, let me start over. Okay, so the modeling agency I had signed with is called Enrique Modeling Agency. So they had reached out to me on Instagram. They actually DM'd me about, like, you know, like signing with them. And I'm like, you know what? Like, why not? Right? Then I ended up signing with them. And then, you know what? At that time, I really, really needed money. And I told myself, like, I won't do anything stupid for money, okay? And I had another agency reach out to me about doing background, like, you know, being an extra in movie sets, right? And, you know, I would tell this lady, yes, yeah, I'll come. Yo, I would never show up on set. I didn't even think it was real. I thought it was a whole scam. Because when you're getting these things, you're only getting the information, the address. There's no number to call. There's nothing.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, what kind of sketch shit is this? I'm not coming.
Yeah.
And then the time where I needed money, there was a set happening like close by to like Sauga, Brampton. And I'm like, yo, fuck it. Like, let me go.
Yeah, somewhere close to home.
Somewhere close to home. Like, it's not going to hurt for me to just appear. Like, if I get kidnapped, I get kidnapped. Like, what's the worst that's going to happen in my life at this point, right? And then, yo, I ended up showing up. Yo, this shit was legit. And the first person I ended up seeing on set, do you remember LaToya from Destiny's Child?
Yeah.
Yo, LaToya is like one of my favorite like artists. And I saw LaToya on my first day. I was like, holy shit, this is real. You know? And I was like, oh my God, like, I wish I had done this earlier, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
You know? And then oh my God, then when I was working, like at that time I was working at the burger restaurant. And then, you know, I eventually had quit. And then I started doing backgrounds. And then I started getting into music videos. And then I would go on Kijiji. Kijiji also helped me so much in my life. Thank you, Kijiji. No, seriously.
Shout out Kijiji.
Yo, shout out to Kijiji. I've booked so many jobs from Kijiji. I booked my first music video on Kijiji.
Nice. Now, you've done a lot of different modeling, right?
Yeah.
Print ads, magazines, clothing lines.
Yeah.
Including being a Danier leather model. Like,
Oh, yeah.
So tell me how that happened.
Okay, so I know, you know that Danier actually went bankrupt at one point. And then they had, I think someone had bought over the company and then decided to rebrand everything. And then photographer Gucci actually had reached out to me if I was interested.
Nice.
So then I was like, yeah, like, submit me. I'm down. And then I got the part. And then I went to the Danier store. I did my fitting. And then I did the shoot. I was so excited. Are you kidding me? Because I'm actually a big fan of Danier leather.
Yeah, me too.
Because they actually have nice stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yes, like, like this is amazing.
Yeah. Do you get free leathers and stuff?
You know what? They did give me like a good discount. But like I never went back to the store after that. Like I had bought some stuff when I was there and then that was it. Like, I don't know, like how much shit do I need? Bro, I need like a whole nother house. I have like 3 closets. No, seriously, I'm taking over the whole house. Yeah. Like it's bad. I have a shopping problem.
So even with the modeling stuff, right?
Yeah.
What do you think was one of the most exciting sets that you've been on where you're like, wow, I can't believe I'm shooting for these people?
Most exciting sets. Well, obviously probably the Drake one. You know, that was definitely like a sick time, obviously, because that was like my first time like being on, you know, like being on a big set. You know, and like, you know, seeing Drake in person was cool, you know?
Yeah.
Especially when I just started out. That was like when I first started out. So it's like, yo, it's like I just started from all the way up here, you know?
Yeah.
Which was cool. That was a good experience, though, regardless, even though the video didn't come out, it's okay.
Oh, you
it's
still
all
got,
right.
you got to collect data, as I said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's okay.
Yeah, and then you dropped your first song in 2018, Wine Up.
You wanna see, why don't you come in right?
Right? And then shortly after 2019, I think around February, you had a Brown Guy Made It video, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Brown Guy. He's We Love Hip Hop alumni. Yeah. Now, how did you get it on Vivo right away? Like, it's your first music video.
Don't kill me. Yeah. So I did Wine Up for this producer located in Jamaica, Kingston. So his name is Cornelius Records. So, like, honestly, that's even a crazy story. We actually, you know what? I was looking at the TV one day and it was on the Jamaica station. And I saw this artist. It was Savage, a Jamaican dancehall artist. And I was like, wow, like, who is this guy? You know, bleach out, you know, he has the whole look. And I was like, yo, who made this song, you know? And then I'm like, yo, I gotta find this artist. And then, you know, I went on Instagram and then I found the producer. And then me and the producer ended up like, you know, we got in touch and like we kept in contact for years. Then one day I was like, yo, like I want to do music. He's like, yo, anytime, like just tell me when. He's like, here's the beats, pick which one you want. And then I picked that same beat. I'm like, this is a sick beat, you know? Then, you know, I wrote it in my room, I recorded it, I sent it off to him. And, you know, like, you know, I didn't really know much about the whole music thing. And next thing you know, I send it off to him. All of a sudden, it's playing on the radio station in Jamaica. I was like, oh my God, like, yo, what? And strip clubs? I was like, oh shit. I'm like, yo, I gotta go to Jamaica. I wanna see some strippers dance to my song. You know?
So, like, did you always want to do music? Like, was that always like a thing in the back of your mind?
I always wanted to do music. I thought about music before modeling.
Really?
Yeah, I did. But I'm like, you know what? What's a smarter idea is let me start with modeling first, build my fan base, and then jump to music. So then it won't be so hard for me to, you know, really promote my stuff. You know, so I'm thinking about it on a marketing term. I'm really into marketing.
It wouldn't be like... You would have, like I was just saying, you're collecting data from all that other stuff.
Oh, yeah. I collect so much data.
Yeah. So do you think it's more difficult to do the modeling or the music?
Honestly, I don't know. It's not really difficult to do anything.
Because you got to understand. I'm so used to this. With music, there's a different dynamic when you put out a song and then you're like, I hope the people like it and I get the views and the streams and stuff like that, in comparison to I'm booked for a job, I know I'm getting paid to do the job. True. So there's a different kind of pressure. Do you feel it or is it just like, whatever, I'm just going to be free with it?
Kind of both. Like I'm pretty free with it and then at the same time it's like I don't know. I don't know.
It's still a pretty new experience.
You know, like I'm still learning. I'm still a new artist, right? But, you know, like from doing all these music videos, you know, come on, like I've done over 200 music videos.
Crazy.
Like, oh my God, I've done so much. So it's like, you know, every time being on sets and being in the studio with other artists, it's like, same time you said, taking data, collecting data. I am collecting data. You know, so it's like, okay, you know, learning from other artists, you know, has really helped me a lot because it's like when it's my turn and my time to go do music, it won't be so hard for me. You know, it's like, okay, I know I want proper quality. I have to have quality work. You know, especially with my music, I have everything properly done. I'm not going to be half-assed with it. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to put my all into it, you know? I don't want to just be an ordinary artist. I'm going to make sure y'all remember me. In all different markets. I don't care.
And let me ask you, even with, and like just to go back to modeling for just a quick second, right? Because you have been in the modeling game for real, like being in print ads and like with the Danier stuff that we spoke about and stuff. But like there's been a real rise in what they call quote unquote Instagram models. Right? So what are your views on that? Do you think that a lot of those women are real models or do you have to like have done like real photo shoots to be a model?
Like, I think it's fine to be just an Instagram model because, I mean, like at the end of the day, people are on Instagram to look at photos, right? And, like, if people, like, you know, like, if people see a hot girl, come on, they're going to, like, look at that shit. You can really build a solid fan base on Instagram. Social media is very important. Even me, I've built a solid platform on social media, right? And it doesn't matter if you're a real model or Instagram model, because at the end of the day, once you have that fan base on Instagram or whatever, I mean, like, yo, you could always get companies to send you out stuff promote. There's so much you could do with that, even just being an Instagram model.
Facts.
You know?
Facts.
So.
And even like with you.
Doesn't even matter.
Yeah. No, that's real jewels that you just dropped on us right there, because a lot of times I feel there's a separation between like I guess the two, you know what I'm saying? Like where like, you know, people in your line are like, those aren't real models. They just take pictures on the gram. And it's like,
it doesn't matter. For me, I'm like, that doesn't even matter, If you have your fan base, that's all you need. You can make money off of that.
Yeah. No.
Once you make your money, do you really give a shit? Hell to the no.
No.
For real.
I rate that. That's dope.
Yeah, it's true.
That's dope.
Like, what's the difference? Okay, you're on Instagram. Shit, like I don't know. I don't really see much of a difference.
Even with navigating through this industry, entertainment industry, right? Mm-hmm. You've dealt with you've seen so many different movie sets, or photo shoots, music videos. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had to deal with what they call the MeToo situations?
Like when it comes to shooting and dealing with all that, have you ever had a creep try to holler at me?
You pop up at a video shoot and then it's, or even with your own music.
Yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. To be honest, not really. Like when I work with okay, first of all, I'm really picky of who I work with, right? And if I'm working with somebody, I'm gonna look at so much shit, Yeah. Because same time, it's obviously I gotta protect myself. Same time, right?
Yeah.
I'm a chick. So honestly, I've never been in a bad situation. Knock on wood. Never been in a bad situation like that when it comes when it comes to my modeling stuff or even being on sets. Sometimes I'll have rappers or whatever hit on me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's different, but no one has ever been pushy about it. I keep it really, no one has been really aggressive.
Yeah.
I keep my shit really professional.
Yeah.
And most times when I'm on set, it's I come here, I do my job, and friggin' leave. I'm all about that paper. Once I get my money, I'm out of here.
Out of here.
Gone like a light. For real.
And even as far as staying on the safety aspect of it, because we live in Toronto. It's a crazy fucking city. Right?
Crazy.
You know that with the modeling and everything like that, you have to be careful because the city's crazy.
Yeah.
And I've asked this question to our guest on the We Love Hip Hop podcast. Our other show, 6 Views Uncut. This is a recurring question that we ask.
Yeah.
What do you think that we can do to bring down some of the gun violence that's happening out here?
Jesus Christ. What I think
let me emphasize, bring it down, because I always say we can't completely stop it. Obviously people are going to have conflicts sometimes, but what can we do to bring it down?
To bring it down, in my personal opinion, that's a very, very good question, because seriously, the gun violence is serious out here. Because honestly, I've been to 2 shootings within a month. I still have a bullet hole.
You weren't been to the shootings. You were at a place where shootings happen. I still have
a bullet hole on the front of my car.
Wow.
I still got to get that fixed. Thanks, shooter. I hope you see this. I have to go get this shit friggin' fixed.
That's crazy.
For real.
So what can we do to bring it down? What do you think that we can do to bring it down?
At the end of the day, I feel like it has a lot to do with social media. I feel like social media has a lot to do with that. And the music we listen to. I know it sucks. People want to hear that shit, but at the same time, it's not good for you. What you put in the atmosphere is just people listen to that. People take... people really put that in their head. A lot of people are talking about guns and violence and all this shit. Talk about something positive.
Yeah.
So I feel like the music and what you put on social media is very important.
It's true.
It definitely has a big impact on the way we think.
Yeah.
Especially with younger kids. Imagine you have younger kids. They're listening to this type of stuff. They're not going to know any better. And, you know, like back in the day, it's like, you know, because I also feel like a lot of people nowadays are so into drugs. You know, like back in the day, it was all about selling drugs and making money and never doing it. You know, it was all about making money.
Yeah.
And now it's like the music is like, okay, like, you know, they try to make it seem like doing drugs is cool.
Pop Molly, drink lean.
Yeah, like, no, it was never about that.
Yeah.
Like me, I listen to real hip hop. I love real hip hop. Real hip hop don't tell you to go do drugs. You know, I'm not dissing nobody, but like.
No, it also plays a factor. It definitely it's something that other guests have brought up as an answer as well. You know what I mean? Social media, the drugs, all those different things.
Yeah.
All play a factor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, people have talked about community centers and different things coming back up, but all those different things, when you combine them together, will definitely help to bring down the gun violence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like rappers are making it seem like it's cool to have guns and drugs and doing all this nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not a good impact.
Yeah. So with everything that we've discussed today, we've gotten to talk about the Danier leather deal, you know, shady agencies, you know, Drake video shoots, right?
Yeah.
What do you got coming up next? I know you got a clothing line that you told me about. You got in the works. Like, what you got coming up next that you want the people to know about?
Okay. Well, my clothing line. So my clothing line is basically gonna have pieces of like my work and my image. So, like, you know, I'm creating like art. So on the t-shirts and sweaters and everything that I'm creating is gonna have pictures of me, but like in a very artistic way.
Nice.
Right? So I'm pretty much selling my image, you know, in art form.
And you got Bad Gal Some that's out right now.
Hot Gal Something.
Or Hot Gal Some, my bad.
Bad Gal Something.
Nice and clean and my body not cranny. My clothes fit good in the top of Batani. Them can't manage.
That's funny because I was considering naming it Bad Gal Something.
Okay. So you got that out right now. That's on all streaming platforms as well as like on YouTube, stuff like that.
YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Like it's pretty much on all distribution right now. And on my Vivo. Aneesa Badshaw Vivo.
Yeah. So give the people your social medias.
Okay.
Let the people know where they can find you, where they can find all your content, you know, and any last words that you might, you know, actually before you do that.
Yeah.
Let me do this. Okay. Give me one piece of advice that you can give to like young women coming up in the game right now, because, you know, you've been doing a lot of stuff in front of the camera and you've gotten to like what we've called as the phrase of this interview, collect a lot of data.
Yeah.
So what can you do to like, what can you give to the young girls out there who are trying to get into the game, whether it's modeling or music?
Is this recording?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I always say this. The best advice I can give females all around is to always keep your head up and know what you're doing. You know, like you can't trust everybody. Sometimes you just have to learn yourself and figure it out. You know, it's good to do your own research and learn everything. It's not a bad thing to start off managing your own self, because trust me, you will learn so much and no one will take advantage of you in that way. You know, so like for me, like that's very important.
Yeah. That's dope. I really appreciate that. And the ladies who watch our channel will appreciate that as well. So again, Aneesa, thank you so much. Let's get to the social medias and the content. Let the people know where to find you social media wise and where they can find your content.
Okay. Social media, my Instagram is Aneesa Badshaw. My Snapchat recently got deleted.
Damn.
Because I posted about OnlyFans. So it got deleted. So I had to recreate another OnlyFans. Fuck, oh my God. I had to recreate another Snapchat. So I know.
So wait, Are you into the OnlyFans thing? Do you got an OnlyFans popping?
Yes, I have OnlyFans.
What can we find on Aneesa Badshaw's OnlyFans?
Who knows? One way to find out.
Subscribe. Jeez.
Yeah, so my Snapchat name is Aneesa.Badshaw. YouTube, Aneesa Badshaw. Vivo is Aneesa. Oh my God, did I just say my fucking name wrong? Vivo is Aneesa Badshaw Vivo. Mm-hmm. Pretty much everything you'll find me under Aneesa Badshaw.
Just Google her.
Yeah, honestly, just Google me. You'll find literally everything. You'll find my website. You'll find all my platforms.
Hey, I did. Yo, Aneesa, thank you so much for doing this.
All right, no problem.
make sure to subscribe, like. Another 6 views interview just went down. Another one in the books. Aneesa Badshaw, my bad. I'm fucking up the names here.
Oh my God, we be fucking up.
Very dope episode. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, holler at me on all social media platforms. Friday Ricky Dred. I'm out. Ciao.
Hey, peace.